Really quick, guys, before we really get started into this video, I have to issue out a disclaimer. This video will contain some very, questionable and somewhat graphic material. I'm giving you a disclaimer, though, because it's mostly the imagery. Now, with that out of the way, guys, what's up? John Claymore here, and I want to talk a little bit about my state's Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson, and why it is I stand with him, especially on this issue. Now, the culture war is something, quite frankly, we're going to be raging for a very, very long time, and people need to understand that the culture war will create people who are, quite frankly, sick and tired and actually fed up with the nonsense and the craziness and the looniness of the forces that are actually trying to take over our country and our country's institutions. And of course, they're aimed at our kids. Now, I've said this on multiple occasions, guys. I don't care what you do in your spare time, okay? I do not care what your lifestyle is. I'm not going to ever attack you over your lifestyle. However, and I understand that this is not all of this community that is doing this. It's just a very, 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 very small fragment of it that's pushing this on the American people and our children. And of course, we'll get to the topic of this video in a second because Mark Robinson is in hot water, and of course, he's being asked to resign. And he's already issued out a statement. And of course, I'm glad that he decided to stand up for himself in this instance. Now, guys, before we dive deep in this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you share the video. Also, hit the notification bell. Sign up in the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section, please. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Also, about 34.5% of you guys that watch the content subscribe. So make sure you guys are hitting that red subscribe button. Also, something else too. If I can get to 500 subscribers, I can let you guys know what's going on in long stretches where I'm out for some odd reason. I can use the community tab. You can do that at 500 subscribers. So make sure you guys do this. That way I can keep you guys better informed when things like last week occurred. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and actually dive into this. So, Mark Robinson went on WRAL, and of course, he's been told he should resign, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because of this here.
Now, and I've been saying it, and I don't care who likes it. Those issues have no place in a school. There's no reason anybody anywhere in America should be telling any child about transgenderism, homosexuality, any of that filth. And yes, I called it filth. And if you don't like it that I called it filth, come see me and I'll explain it to you.
Now, guys, really quick, again, I got to say it one more time. I really and truly do not care what you do in your spare time. I really do not care what type of lifestyle you choose to lead, as long as you are not trying to inject it into my day-to-day life or the life of my family or the life of my friends. Now, the reason why I've made this video is because I want you guys to be aware of it, and make sure you guys really and truly are hitting the like button on this video and actually getting it through the algorithm, so that way people can be notified of what's going on and how sick and perverse this is of what I'm about to show you. Now, Mark Robinson did issue out a statement. Here's the first part of it. He issued this on a Facebook Live video.
Because of a clip video where I talk about removing the sexualization of children from the classrooms in our public education system. Of course, the media and those on the left have tried to change the focus from education to the LGBTQ community, specifically that I hate them. Let me be clear. I will fight for and protect the rights of all citizens, including those in the LGBTQ community, to express themselves however they want. That is their right as Americans, and I don't think that government has any role in telling them otherwise. However, the idea that our children should be taught about concepts of transgenderism and be exposed to sexually explicit materials in the classroom is abhorrent.
It was not a Facebook Live video, but it was on Facebook and it was posted to his Facebook page. Now, guys, really, really quick, before I show you the rest of this, I needed to warn you again. I need to give you a disclaimer. This is pretty graphic, but here it is. I'm going to roll it anyway and let you guys see exactly what it is in North Carolina and especially a lot of other states in the country, especially in California, what the children are being subjected to. Let's go ahead and roll this.
To a book titled George that a parent found in their child's school. The book is recommended for elementary school students. The main character is a biological boy in elementary school who wants to remove his genitals so he can become a girl. This book is not the only example. In Lawn Boy, there is sexually explicit content, including an animal performing sexual favors on a human. Unfortunately, there's more. The images you are about to see are from a book that is currently in North Carolina schools. It's called Gender Queer. I want to warn you that the pictures you are about to see are explicit. I hate to put these in a video, but I feel it's necessary to show you exactly what I'm referring to. Now, as you look at these photos, I challenge you to describe them as anything other than filth. These materials do not belong in public schools. For those who are calling on me to resign, For those who are saying that I don't represent North Carolina values, let me ask you something. Does forcing these on children represent your values? Do you really believe that these images should be shown in the classroom? This whole thing has been an attempt to once again change the argument and silence voices on the right. Well, let me tell you plainly, right here and right now, I will not back down. I will not be silent, and I will not be bullied into submission. I will continue to fight for the rights of our children to receive an education that is free.
This is absolutely sick and disgusting. It's abhorrent. And quite frankly, I don't think children should be getting exposed to this, especially in elementary school. It should not be required learning. You see, it's bad enough that we're already having to fight back against critical race theory, turning our kids into a bunch of racists and having to look at everything through the lines of race. But, and like I said over and over again, I don't care what it is you do behind closed doors. But this right here is pervertive, and you're going after our children with this crap. You guys need to stop this mess, or else you're going to open up a can of worms, and you're going to start. I hate to say the words, and I'm not going to, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know where I'm getting to. You're going to start something you're not going to be able to contain. You're going to start an amount of anger. By the way, YouTube, disclaimer: I'm not advocating for this. I'm just saying that this right here could be the cause and effect of it. You may be advocating for some type of cultural war you may not want. You see, what typically happens is when the left gets in charge, they go way too far, and the right never goes far enough. But here's my fear. You see, we need to have a certain amount of balance, and obviously you guys know where I line up on the political spectrum, but there's always a good idea to have some type of healthy disagreement. This right here, of course, is not healthy at all. This right here is absolutely perverted, and it's absolutely insane. It's abhorrent, and it needs to go, and I stand with Mark. It needs to be gotten rid of. Our kids should not be subjected to this crap. But you see, my fear is that it's going to invoke a response, not just from people on the right. It's just people who just have kids in general that, quite frankly, these people are not going to be able to handle. And I think it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And you need to go ahead and step up. You need to go ahead and step up, put your foot down, and stop it right now. You see, Mark Robinson gave a response, which, quite frankly, is a common sense response. No, you're not allowed to teach this crap to our kids. It should not be taught to our kids. And I do not think this man should resign at all. I think this man should stay right where he is. And quite frankly, he's got my vote and my endorsement for governor in 2024. As a matter of fact, because of the fact that he stood on his principles and he stood on his morals and he put his damn feet down, he got more votes than Tom Tillis and Donald Trump, both in the lieutenant governor's race. Quite frankly, I wish he'd have been the nominee to run against Roy Cooper, because Roy Cooper, quite frankly, is a dumbass and an idiot. And of course, Roy Cooper is also very, very weak. Of course, the NCGOP has finally gotten his balls back with their redistricting map and everything, but that is another topic for another day. The fact of the matter is that this right here is the reason why you stand to the cancel culture mob. This right here is the reason why you fight back. I mean, hell, I loved it when Dave Chappelle came out this past week and basically said he enjoyed the idea of the cancel culture mob trying to cancel him. As a matter of fact, their transgender writer, she actually canceled herself, okay? The person, she actually quit Netflix over Dave Chappelle's his last show, The Closer. You see, him standing on his feet caused her to leave, okay? Mark Robinson standing on his feet, standing on his morals, standing on his principles, getting parents rallied will put an end to this stuff. But you have to actually stand the hell up, and you've got to actually fight, especially for your kids, because that is what this stuff right here is going after. It's indoctrinating our kids, and it's sick, and quite frankly, it's perverse. And as I said before, I don't care what you do with your lifestyle. I don't care what you do in your spare time, but stay the fuck away from our kids. Guys, John Claymore, if you like the content, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys share the video, hit the notification bell sign in the comment section. I will see you guys later.
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.